Welcome back, you guys. We need to tackle my attic. My attic is kind of the linchpin, except for not. I don't want to say linchpin. It is the key to the situational chaos in several different rooms. I need to get my Christmas decor up into my attic. It is overwhelming my garage space and overwhelming my kids' playroom upstairs. But my attic also looks like this. It's disorganized. Nothing's towards the back. Everything is towards the front. And I also had to throw away a bunch of things. Okay, let's start over. I have a dumpster. It's out front. I have a bunch of stuff that I need to throw away, a lot of stuff that needs to go in the attic, and everything's kind of happening all at once. I am juggling a lot of different things. So that's kind of what my attic looked like right then. That's the walkthrough. On this section that you're watching right now, I am just going in there and throwing things out. I had had the dumpster in front of my house for almost 2 weeks. And it was really starting to stress me out because I just wasn't throwing anything away. It was just in my driveway. Unfortunately, the company that I rented it from is my neighbor who lives directly across the street. So he is staring at me not using the dumpster that I am just holding on to. So my plan was to get the big things out of the garage and the big things out of the attic that absolutely had to go in the dumpster. And then anything else I got out was a bonus, but at least that was off my plate and I could set a time frame. I said, come get it Monday. This unending permission is not good for my brain. I need timelines, I need deadlines, I need restrictions, or I won't do anything. So all I'm doing in here is grabbing things out of the attic. I'm going to throw them away. That's all that's getting done on this day. I'm also taking really big things out of the garage and throwing them away, which is why I'm so sweaty already. I didn't like pregame this clean by doing calisthenics off camera. I am sweaty for other purposes, but those purposes are not going to be included. I had decided a while ago I'm just going to throw things away. I'm not taking things to recycling. I'm not taking things to Goodwill or any charity thing. I'm not going to try to donate. I'm not sorting. I'm not rehabbing. None of it. I'm just throwing things away because I cannot keep having extra tasks. Like if all of the tasks are, I have to make a million decisions and different plans and different activities for each object that I touch, I will refuse to touch them, which is why my garage, my attic, and my kids' playroom look the way they do. The kids' playroom also because my kids are in there. And look, Christmas, all of this is Christmas that have been up here for months because it's March. And I need to clean up here clearly because we are going to leave for several months. We're already lefted when you see this. Garage too. Christmas stuff in the garage. I need to get all of this stuff up in the attic. So these are, except for that, by the way, is fall. And so it's like the attic is the sticking point. I need to do these things. I need to be able to just throw things away and keep what is good for me. So it probably upsets a ton of people. It's a very privileged way to be like, F it, I'll just throw these clothes away. But that's where I am right now. That's how my life is going to be. Oh, except for these clothes. These are really old uniforms from when my husband and I were both in the service. And we keep being like, we'll do something with them later. But honestly, I think they're going to stay in that bin until we're both dead and then my kids can take care of it. That's probably what's going to happen. Like maybe they'll want it or maybe they'll throw it away. I don't really, maybe it'll go to a museum at that point. This is also a bunch of memory keepsake stuff, but I am on a timeline that is self-inflicted because I did not clean my attic in a reasonable time and now I'm going to be leaving. So those get stuffed for another day or Swedish death cleaning, whichever comes first. So tucking those back because clearly we're never going to access them. And then here are our suitcases that we very rarely access. So I feel like that could go further back as well. I am trying to plot out where things would go seasonally. I have some camping gear over there, and now we do have an RV, and we never go camping, I will not get rid of my camping gear because of when the apocalypse comes, we're all going to need to camp anyways. And I just want to have a tent for the collapse of society. And that's fine. Everybody should have a tent and some sleeping bags. You know, I like to prep. I'm a prepper. That Foot Locker is from when I was in Iraq, and I do not have it in my mental capacity to sort through that. That is for a different breakdown, which I guess if my content goes stale, I could always make myself spiral into a full PTSD collapse. What was that? What was that? Was it real? Where'd it go? Where the fuck did it go? Oh! Oh! Okay. Okay, there's a huge cockroach in here. It's huge. And like, I was trying to zoom in and show it to you guys, and now I don't know where it is. I'm trying not to die. Oh, there it is. Oh my God, it's huge. Oh, Jesus Christ. How can I do this? I'm going to throw up. There's a huge roach in my attic. It's this big. It's the size of, it's, I want to throw up. I know you guys, they're palmetto bugs. They can palmetto their asses out of here. Listen, panic. Panic. Okay, I know it's on the other side of this box, and I know it wants to kill me. What if it flies into my mouth? What if it flies in general, but like into my mouth? What if it touches my face? I have so much to do. I can't not do this. I can't not do this. But it's so big. What if it fights me? Like, I can't fist fight this bug. Okay, hold on. Also, what level of like problem do I have if there are cockroaches in my attic? Like the palmetto bugs? How did it get in? Oh, I hate it in here. Okay. Send help. All right, so that was an absolute disastrous nightmare, and I'm terrified of being in my attic now. I am really, really scared that I'm going to see it or touch it, like, or it touch me. Um, the rest of the time, like, I'm just very sketched out, and that sucks because I absolutely have to get this work done. I know I need to, so I am trying to persevere, but I just keep like kicking and flicking and testing to see if I can get something to fly off of it. All of my faith is just shattered by this situation. By the way, it does not get better. It is the only one that I see in the attic, but I do. So everything's going to be organized at the end of this. Spoilers, everything's organized at the end of this. Look, I just don't want to touch this and have it be on there, but I really need it to move. Um, See, look, cute. So once I have this all done and we're gone, because on this road trip, I'm going to take my 3 kids, my 3 cats, my 2 dogs, and myself away. And I should have all of the spaces cleaned and organized enough and pretty easily accessible for the bug dude. And I'll just call the bug dude, and my husband will just have to take like maybe a half day or something like that to meet with them so that we can get the attic treated, the inside treated, although I haven't seen them inside, but I'm just nervous because it's in my attic. That means it can creep inside and just lay its eggs in our mouths while we sleep. So we're going to get everything treated all over the place. And I feel a little bit better. And then also, I'm sure they have pet friendly, kid friendly poison, but I mean, really? Poison? So we'll at least be gone and it'll give it a chance to be less effective for when my kids come home and lick the floorboards like they do. So, okay. I talk to myself a lot, which shocking, I know, because I talk so much. Um, I talk to myself a lot and I'm a very verbal, out loud, gestury thinker. And so I am trying to visualize and talk myself through where things go and how I'm going to set it up to where it's easily accessible through the seasons. So back here, this is Halloween on the bottom and the two on top. Turns out I have way too much Halloween. That additionally is Halloween, but I believe this is basic fall decor. So I want to be able to pull it out when I need it. And I don't know. But the vast majority of the stuff I own is Christmas. I'm a little too sketched out to care what exactly is going on in this corner. It's Christmas. I haven't addressed it in a very long time. I think that brown box is glass ornaments before we ever had kids and realized that we are not non-breakable ornament humans. We break non-breakable ornaments. We're just awesome. Um, I do like to, okay, kind of a content pivot, those Hobby Lobby bags. I do like to buy off season stuff and then tie it up in the Hobby Lobby bags and then get really excited the next season when I open them because they're like new. All right, ironically, this is fall, it's going up, but I'm checking under the handles for spiders to be in there because I'm convinced a spider is going to get me. These are our outdoor Christmas things that have been out there for 2 full Christmas seasons. And by the way, it's April when you see this, but it's the end of March when I'm doing it. So we were well on our way of doing it for another full season. And it's really taking up so much space in the garage. Now, the garage, you're seeing it midway through me cleaning it. Everything's happening kind of contemporaneously. And it's a lot of back and forth. It was hard to edit these videos as separate videos because it was just kind of me going from spot to spot. Now, I have a lot of half bins, and so I need to consolidate because I don't want half full bins in the attic. I need full bins full of my stuff so I can just have less space. Okay, two. Okay. There. Because it'll come after. Just get it upstairs. Just get it upstairs. Ah, what was that? Huge. What happened? And I like that I was worried about spiders attacking me. Nope, another cockroach, one in my garage. I actually later, a couple days later, see another one in my garage. So, nope, definitely going to get them treated. I haven't been able to get my garage sprayed for them because it's not in a state, even then, that was like pretty decent, not in a state that it would be able to be sprayed. So, need a clean, organized garage so they can access the places to spray. And then upstairs in the attic. And then um, I'm going to have the kids' playrooms cleaned and the kids' rooms really clean to make sure we don't have food waste or anything like that or excess cardboard that I guess cockroaches really like cardboard, which explains why they're up to here and in my garage. And just, I feel really embarrassed that I have them. I get that Georgia has bugs. We have huge bugs, huge cockroaches, huge spiders, huge everything, and they're everywhere. But also it sucks. Like, it's really embarrassing to have them. Here's Mama Kitty. That's Blackberry. She was so happy that the attic was open. The cats really wish that we would let them live in the attic, but no, that's terrible. Don't do that. Okay, so here I am trying to figure out the downside is that my inside ornaments are in the same boxes as my outside ornaments, so that's going to be a super fun treat for us to figure out later. But that is, don't worry about who's in there. That's none of your business. Please turn a blind eye. That's fine. I do like how my new Christmas tree container absolutely looks like a dead body. It just does. So, okay, finally, we're getting things out of the playroom to be organized in here and just have some space in the playroom. I've been really using up all of that. It's been non functional for a while, which means the twins don't have an alternate place to pace. And so they're only pacing in the house. Ornaments out. That's what the garage looks like. Christmas look out. Don't worry, you guys. These two, the garage and that video, are both coming. It's coming. So now, even though you're stressed out about that and spun up, it's better. So before, after, look at how much walking space I have. That Christmas box popped open, but everything is organized. I am glad that I was able to throw out some clothing and everything like that we haven't even pretended to open since we moved from Oregon. But it's walkable. We'll be able to access each of the seasons when we need to. The camping gear for as soon as I see a zombie, I'll be able to grab that right away. Yeah, so hang out, follow along. You will see the other rooms, I promise. I love you. Bye.